Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your Zodiac Tarotscope, short and sweet. We are doing the graveyard spread. What needs to be laid to rest in your life right now, okay? So let me get a card out for that. I'm also going to get a card out for how can you be okay, or what can you do while letting this go? We won't know how exactly that question will be framed until we look at the card, but we're going to get one out for that. All right. We're also going to say, are there any lessons that can be learned from this? Or a lesson, something that maybe you need to become aware of because of this, okay? And how can you take that lesson or what you've learned and move forward with it? Maybe future growth, or just, you know, something you can hang on to just for the future, just, you know, in your back pocket type of thing. So let's look at that. Okay, here we are. We're going to get started first card, and I'm going to clarify with more tarot here. Queen of Wands, something that needs to be laid to rest in your life right now. Well, when we look at that Queen of Wands, I'm just looking at her here. I almost feel like she needs a bit of a break. It could be because she's a zombie, but it's like, here's something that, like, it's almost like she needs to be sitting in the chair and hooked up to this IV somehow to help keep her from losing more limbs or pieces of herself here, okay? So, you know, I'm talking zombie there, but I love the way that came out. I feel like you need a rest. I feel like what needs to be laid to rest in your life right now is maybe all of the, just out there. Because I feel like she's a very social butterfly, this Queen of Wands, okay? She's a nurse. She's busy. She's doing. But I feel like she is losing pieces of herself because she needs to just sit down and be calm for a second. So let's see here, Scorpio. What else do we have with this that might help it to make, or help it to be, I'm tongue-tied, to help it make sense. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Lots of movement in there, but nothing coming out. So, yeah, look at that right there. You need to go into Hangman. There is something right now that is, you know, I'm going to say causing you to, we can say it a million ways, be run ragged, be overworked, have too much on your plate. That's just causing you to feel like, you know, it's just stealing little pieces from me here, there, and everywhere. And I feel like you need a moment from it all. You need to just slow it down, and you maybe need to really take a good hard look, right? You need some intravenous here. You need, and I think it's blood for the zombie. You need to just take a good hard look at what is causing this, what is causing you to feel this way. I almost feel like it's everything. It's your physical, your mental, and your emotional health to be beaten up a little bit almost, okay? And you need to get into Hangman position where you can look at everything from a 360-degree angle and figure out how you lay this to rest, because it needs to be, because it's not good for you physically, mentally, or emotionally. Now, this can be in any area of your life, right? So just always, like all readings, keep that in mind. Now, how can you be okay with letting this go? Because I am saying in the piles, like when you're putting something, when you're laying it to rest, sometimes that's hard because it might involve other people. It could involve, she's a nurse. It could involve your job. I don't know, because it's going to be different for each of you. But here we are with, how can you be okay with this? The King of Pentacles comes out. I feel like what they're trying to say here is by you taking this time now, because maybe you feel that you need to be on the grindstone here, okay? Just putting everything you have into something to get all of this abundance. But they're saying, no, you need to put that type of action or thought process to the side. You need to dead it basically so that you can step into your power in a different way. What did I always hear? We're called, sometimes we're called human doings rather than human beings. They want you to take on the King of Pentacles energy, which is, I know what I need to do. You know what? I feel secure in my ability to attract and gather abundance to myself, to my family, by working hard, yes, being disciplined, being dedicated, putting the work in day after day, but not burning myself out. The King of Pentacles does not burn himself out. It's like work smarter, not harder, okay? So I feel like this is the message for you, Scorpio. Let's get another tarot, though, for clarification. 3 of Bats. Yeah, this doesn't have to be painful is what this is saying, okay? This doesn't have to be painful for you. This doesn't have to, you know, maybe literally, it doesn't have to hurt your heart here, okay? It doesn't have to be painful. Because right now, losing pieces of yourself is painful. It's eating away. And he's saying, look, I can get all this, and I'm not in this state at all, right? This is not hard on me. That is how you need to think about it when you're letting it go. Maybe for some of you, cutting back that schedule a little bit, and it can be in any area of your life. Now, what lesson should you or maybe will you learn from this? Knight of Lightning, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I always laugh at this card. He's just like, hey. He's so sure of himself, okay? And I feel like that's it. It's to be sure of yourself, to understand yourself, to understand, to be clear that while you're out working and doing, because the Knight of Swords, you know, he's out, he's ambitious, he wants to succeed, okay? He likes to get out there and, you know, get moving. But it's like, but you know, he's just like cool. He reminds me of Fonzie here, if you remember that old show, The Fonz. It's like, you know what, I'm here, but you know, we don't need to be rushing anything. Even though he's Knight of Lightning, it's like, I'll get you there quickly, but we don't need to rush. I don't know. It's just the weirdest energy I'm getting from that card, but it's like, don't worry, don't panic. It's all gonna happen. And you have the Empress card clarifying it. It's like, yeah, once you get clear, because the Knight of Lightning is clear about what it is that he's doing, all right? You can do whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. You can be the Empress here, okay? This is not the Empress over here, but this is the Empress here. You can bring in, you can manifest, just like the King, whatever it is that you want. And you don't have to do it in this really hurried, busy, overworked type of way. You can just be cool here like the Knight of Lightning. Cool and collected like the King of Pentacles, right? Nothing needs to hurt, you know, nothing needs to be rushed. It needs to be clear. You need to be clear in your intent, your focus, and your direction. Okay, that's something you need to learn. Now, how can you use that for future? Well, here we go. We have the World card. Just know by taking on that energy, that is what's going to see you through to the end, because the world is an ending, right? It is, you know, it's you've come full circle, okay? So this is knowing that you can get to the end and get what you want without this chaotic behavior and very, I'm going to say, impulsive behavior, just very I need to get out there behavior, right? Everybody here that they're giving you is just calm, cool, and collected. And they're saying you can get to the end. You don't need to be all crazy with yourself, okay? Look, Knight of Ghosts. That is the Knight of Cups. You know, he's moving. He's going to get there eventually. He's thinking of creative ways to do it. Remember when I said you need to work smarter, not harder? I feel like that's what this Knight of Ghosts is. It's like, you know what? Just carry on doing what you're doing. You know, away you go. But let's be creative about how we're going to do it, how we're going to get to the end. I feel like that's what this, or it is, but how can you take it for future growth is just get creative, okay? Don't think that it just has to happen this way. All right, now let's get one last card for you, okay, Scorpio? We have, this is the Gypsy Witch deck. Now this is meant to be used in a different way, but because I love the cards and they just tie into the whole October Halloween theme, I'm going to read the message on the top. Ooh, we have the Ace of Hearts or the Ace of Cups. This is like a new beginning, right? You can think of it that way. Maybe the number 11 means something to you, okay? The number 2 could mean something to you. It says, the fox in close proximity augurs distrust of acquaintances who are seeking to betray you. This could be a bit of a prediction. So here's what they want to do. I say in context to this reading, you know what? This is a new beginning to you, but don't listen to the wolf in sheep. I know this is a fox, but I'm calling it the wolf. Okay, the sheep in fox's clothing, because I feel like someone may want to try to throw you off during this. They're going to be like, no, you need to keep doing this. It's almost because maybe they want to see you burn out, okay? They don't want to see you succeed. So just keep that in mind. You could have a naysayer. This is Spirit giving you a heads up. Somebody doesn't want to see you make that new beginning. Or at least not as easy as I think it's going to be for you once you decide to make the choice to slow everything down here and take on this King of Pentacles, Knight of Lightning, and Knight of Cups energy. So just keep that in mind, okay? This is your reading, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed it. You can also watch for your sun, moon, rising. All right, so you can check out some of the other videos here. If not, I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pisces. Welcome to another Halloween spread here for your Zodiac Tarotscope. This is the graveyard spread. What needs to be laid to rest in your life right now? Let's get 4 cards out here because we're going to be asking different questions. Okay, you need to put something to rest. How can you be okay with doing this? How can you work through doing this? Okay, we're going to just flip that over. Perfect. Next, we want to know, are there any lessons you need to learn from this, right? And these questions will change up a little bit, I think, too. I've been finding as we go in to the actual readings. And then we have, if there is a lesson for you to learn here, how can you take it with you in the future? Future growth, or just something to keep it, a little tool, a little bit of knowledge in your back pocket. How will that work out? All right, I'm also going to be clarifying with tarot here. First card up, what needs to be laid to rest in your life right now? The Empress. Okay. So very interesting. We have a mother here with her zombie daughter. And, if you watch The Walking Dead, we know that really you can't keep zombie children. It doesn't work out for you too well. I feel, are you trying too hard at something? Could it be with your children, your grandchildren, in your home in some area? Are you trying too hard? Because the Empress is, normally the Empress is just good at everything Okay, she's just good at everything. She can get what she wants. It's no problem. She is full of love, care, and compassion. Absolutely. But are you trying too hard? Maybe that. Yeah, are you trying too hard? Or just like, I don't know. Let's get a tarot with it. I feel like this is what you need to lay to rest, is not trying so hard. The Chariot. Are you busy trying to be, here we go, everything to everyone, Pisces? Okay. Like, are you just in your car here, your old hearse? Are you just like here, there, and everywhere? Are you trying to do too much, be too much to everyone, everywhere, all the time? I feel like that needs to be laid to rest. Now, you'll know the situation in your life where this will resonate for you. You know, are you overdoing it? Because she's putting the hand up, like, step back. Like, I feel, you know, like she's that parent, you know, like that dance mom or whatever, you know, I'm going from the TV shows. There's nothing against dance moms, but, you know, like the stage mom, like, oh, you stand back. This is my little zombie here. I don't know. I just feel like it's like trying to be too much to everyone, everywhere. Okay. With this movement in the Chariot. So that's what needs to be laid to rest in your life, because it's not serving your highest purpose or your highest good. Okay, Pisces, this is a hard act to keep up. That's what I want to say. That's what they're bringing to me. This is a hard act to follow, a hard act to keep up. It's tiring. It's frustrating. It's, I'm trying to think. I'm feeling it. It's like frustrating, yes, and tiring, yes, but it's also thankless. That's what I want to say. It's thankless. So you might really need to reconsider this, right? Lay this to rest. Now, you might say, but I have people depending on me. So how can you be okay with letting this go, Pisces? And you can be a male here too. There's no gender. This is just the energy. They're stage dads as well, and, you know, whatever. Oh, look at this. It's the 10 of Cups. You don't need to be doing this to have your emotional fulfillment and happiness here. And it's showing a family, okay? This could be you are the person in your family that's always in charge of doing everything, holidays, celebrations, whatever, and you don't accept help from anyone else. You're everything to everyone all the time. And they're saying you just will run yourself ragged with it. It's not worth it. You can have happiness and feast and fun and love and all of those things without having to direct it, produce it all the time. Okay, Pisces, let's get another tarot here, though, to clarify that 10 of Cups. It flew out. We have the 7 of Imps. That is the 7 of Wands. Because, oh, the hand up. It's almost like the 7 of Wands is you having to beat people off, right? With your wand. You're up high in the hill and the other people are below and they're jabbing and poking and going with their wands. And you're like defending yourself and standing up there having to defend yourself. And maybe that's why it just becomes too much. Because you take on this leadership role that is thankless, nobody is grateful or appreciative of it. They just tell you everything you're doing wrong or what they want you to do. And you're constantly having to beat them off and beat them down. You can have happiness and you can have successful events. I'm going to say maybe even if you don't plan them, someone else can once in a blue moon. You can do it sometimes, take turns, or this is just like the opposite of that. This is peaceful and tranquil and beautiful and, well, not in this particular card, but normally with the 7 Wands, it's quite combative. And I feel they're saying you don't need that combative energy to get this in the end. One doesn't come with the other or because of the other. All right, what lesson do you need to learn? I mean, that's a lesson right there, I think, but let's, is there another lesson that you can learn? We have the 8 of lightning, the 8 of swords. Yeah. Oh, see, I love how this is coming out. Do you know why? What you need to learn is by doing this and pushing back and not letting anyone in and beating. I almost feel, it's like you want to do, I'm going to say it. It's almost like you want to be the hero. You want to be, Cindy just always does such a wonderful job. And, you don't want anyone else's help or ideas. It's like you want to take all the glory. And that's okay. Look, if that's what you're used to doing and being, then of course that's the energy you're in. But Spirit's here to say you need to put that energy to rest because it's not going to serve you all the way down the line, okay? And here with the 8 of lightning, it's going to end up putting you in your own self-imposed prison where nobody's going to want to celebrate with you. Nobody's going to want to, once you start tiring of it, or, you get a little bit too old to do it, or you don't have time to do it anymore, everybody else is just going to walk away and be like, you know what? You put yourself there. You would never let us help in the past, so we're not going to offer to help now. It's like you're going into you're putting yourself in your own prison, like in your own island. Now, you can easily escape from it, but you're going to have a hard time mentally, because this is thoughts, where you can get yourself back out of that, because now you're just going to feel deflated and like, well, what have I gotten myself into? Look at what I've created, or what did I get myself into now? Okay, let's get a tarot to clarify here, though, this 8 of swords. Yeah, you're going to feel all alone. You're going to feel like there's nobody there to help you. I feel like this might be a bit predictive if it's not happening already, okay? I feel like if you don't lay this to rest, it's going to lead to this. Their Spirit here is kind of giving you a tough love lesson. I feel, Pisces, with, you know what? You keep up this, I'll do it. Don't worry. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. It's going to end up biting you, because you're going to feel eventually people are going to stop wanting to help, offering to help, and you're really going to be on your own doing it at a time when you need the help. And it's going to make you feel like, well, what did I do? I don't know. It's something along those lines. Now that you know this, how can you take this moving into the future? 8 of Swords. Understand. Okay, because look, cards are doubling. I always call that a double down in message. I'm going to get a tarot, though, with this. Because what I feel like is with this, what looks like some sort of big cat head here on the front, is you're going to learn to be able to get yourself out of the mental prison. I want to say, though, but at what cost? Let me get a card here. The Page of Imps. The Page of Wands. Okay. You're going to have to move forward. Here's what I want to say with the Page of Imps or the Page of Wands. Like, I feel that you are going to have to come up with a new way of doing all this, okay? And this could be at your work, not necessarily with your family. It's just that I'm seeing it as very family-oriented. For the majority of you, it may be around family. And for others of you, it could be at work and social groups, whatever. But I feel like you're going to have to step out into your power. And when you step out into your power here, right? Because look, those swords are around you. You're standing on the other one. You just need to take the blindfold off here and cut the little ropes. But you've got this big cat energy, I'm going to say, and you're going to step out of it. And when you do, you're going to realize that this way of being for it just isn't working, okay? Like you're like, all right, this is not working. I need to come up with new creative ways to make all of this happen. And with the page, I want to say, and by using other people, to start incorporating other people into the mix. Okay, that's your message, Pisces. I'm going to pull a Gypsy Witch card for you. These are normally used in a different way, so don't fret if you see other stuff on them. But this could be like a prediction. It could be a heads up. It could be more advice or guidance. We have the Ace of Spades or the Ace of Swords, okay? So that is like a breakthrough, right? You're going to have a breakthrough moment, I feel, here with this imp. You're going to get all fired up and passionate about, okay, I need to make some changes. This is like a new beginning, okay? Now, here's something interesting. Number 37 could mean something to you. The number 10 could mean something to you. The message on here is the rapier warns us against assaults which threaten and will occur sooner or later. There's going to be, it's like an attack, right? I feel like when it gets to here, eventually people are just going to be like, yeah, no, you're on your own. And what it is, because it's swords, right? Even though it's swords, it's going to be like a, you know what? You took your actions, you took your thoughts, you took your words way too far. You don't want us because you think you can do it all on your own. And we're done with you. Which is what I kind of said here. You're going to find yourself alone. But I feel that you learned the lesson from this and you move forward thinking, okay, I don't want to deal with it like this anymore. I want this in my life, right? And if I lay this, I need to do it all to rest and incorporate other people. That is where I'm going to find my peace and happiness moving forward. So, Pisces, there is your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. You know what? Check out your sun, moon, or rising. Also, if you have already done that or don't want to do that, I'll see you in your next reading. Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your graveyard spread for your Halloween readings. You know I've been very Halloween themed this month of October, but let's get right into this. We have 4 cards I'm putting out. We're going to clarify them with more tarot, and then we're doing a Gypsy Witch card at the end, okay? So what needs to be laid to rest in your life right now, Cancer? All right. And by laying this to rest, letting it go, how can you be okay with that? Or maybe what advice do they have for you while trying to let it go? Okay. And once you're working on it and doing it, what is the lesson or lessons that maybe you should, whoops, too many, or will learn from this? And if there is a lesson or something you need to learn or become aware of, how can you take that into the future with you? Maybe for growth, maybe just to hang on to as good wisdom and something, a little tool you're going to have in your back pocket that can help you somewhere else. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to move these down and I'm going to get right into first what needs to be laid to rest in your life right now. Justice. One of two things, the Justice card, when it comes out, it's going to be, are you right now, first message coming out, are you trying to seek justice with someone? And what is behind it? I think they want to ask you, what's behind you trying to get this justice? Is it for all the right reasons, or is it revenge? Okay, that's going to be for some people. The other one, what is imbalanced in your life, right? This clearly isn't balanced. One side is lower than the other. So maybe you need to get a little balance in your life. Maybe everything's a little bit hectic or crazy right now. We're going to go with either one of those. Let's get a tarot for clarification. The Two of Imps, the Two of Wands. Oh, okay. So what I want to say, what needs to be laid to rest here is making a decision, okay, to lay to rest the justice that you're seeking. And that may just be not getting rid of it altogether, but I feel like you really need to take a long, hard look and figure out, why exactly are you seeking this justice? Is it legit? Is it not full of revenge? Really, what's the core reason behind it? Okay, now I get it. Because it's bringing the imbalance into your life. It's causing your whole life to be unbalanced, okay? Because you are so focused on whatever this is that you can't move forward. Like, they want you to make a decision, to make a plan, okay? But I feel like you can't, because you're so focused on this justice that everything in your life is just, going from one side to the other. It's like a juggling or balancing act. And they're saying you need to lay that to rest. You need to make the decision. You need to make a plan on how you can lay that to rest, or how to move forward with it eventually in a balanced way. Okay, let's look at some of the other cards here. Now, how can you be okay with letting this go? Because if you're seeking revenge, and I'm saying revenge, trying to, I don't know if you're trying to get one over on somebody, or if in your heart of hearts you believe that justice needs to be served, but where is that coming from in you? We have Ace of Pentacles. Basically, they're saying, if you can lay this to rest, there's a new start for you. So if whatever this justice that needs to be served, if it has something to do with money or abundance, like a home or properties or things, this is Spirit saying, you know what? Let it go over here. You'll get more in. This will be, if you can let that go, you'll have a new start for yourself, and you won't be worried about that person anymore, okay? There's going to be new manifestations for you to bring, good for you to bring into your life, things that serve your highest purpose. This doesn't. You will be capable of bringing abundance into your life. You will maybe have new financial or career opportunities even here with this Ace of Pentacles, but it will be a new beginning. Either way for you. Things will start to balance out, but you need to make the choice about why you're seeking this justice. And I almost want to say getting clear about it, right? And making a plan on how you can let and lay it to rest in your life. Let's get a tarot to clarify the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, this could be something in family where you think somebody owes you something. It doesn't have to be in a court of law. This could be you think a friend owes you. You think a business, your company, your co-workers, whoever. So it's like you feeling somebody owes you something. Or maybe you lent somebody something and you want it back and they're saying no. It can be anything around that. Yeah. You need to let it, because this isn't serving you. That's why Spirit wants you to lay it to rest. They want you to dead it off, meaning you let go because it doesn't serve you any further, okay? And then you can bring in here and manifest what actually does. I know it's hard, especially if it's happened like in things like a breakup, a split up, a friendship, family, and you feel somebody owes you something. I get it. We all go through that. But the fact is, this reading's coming out for you, Cancer, because you need to let it go, right? You need to let it go. It's almost like I want to say justice isn't going to be served. You just need to start worrying about yourself and your own new beginning and forget about that past, okay? Now, what lesson should you or can you learn from this? We have Queen of Candles, and the Queen of Candles is the Queen of Cups. You need to take care of yourself. Self-nurturing, self-care, self-love, being kind and compassionate towards yourself and other people. The Queen of Cups trusts her intuition. And I think if you really take the time here to make the plan, to sit and think it out, you're going to realize intuitively you're gaining nothing from this. You have more to gain by letting it go. That's what I feel this is here with the Queen of Candles. You will have more to gain by letting it go, and you need to trust your intuition. Oh, we have the Five of Imps. Yeah, the Five of Imps, you know, I go through readings where this Five of Wands just keeps coming out over and over. This is unnecessary battle, okay? And it's not even real battle. It's like beaten sticks. It's like petty arguments, petty disagreements. I always call it the ant at the picnic, the bee in the soda. Oh, did I say now a new one? The fly in the ointment. I think I used in one of the other signs, you know. It's just like a pain in your butt. And I think you need to realize, and using your intuition and really getting in tune with yourself to realize, you know what, I need to take care of me, and dealing with this is a huge pain in my ass, okay? Like, I just can't, right? Us beating ourselves and each other over the head with some wands and sticks here. Who's that helping? It's just an annoyance. That's what I feel the lesson that you're learning from this. So now that you're learning this, to not engage in this, right? Moving forward, the Moon. All right. I love this card. With the Knight of Pumpkins. Moving forward in a slow and steady, methodical way. We're talking about a lobster here. Lobsters don't move overly fast. So just taking your time, moving forward, deciding what it is that you want to bring into your life now that you've let this old one, you've laid it to rest in the graveyard, all right? Now you just want to set out slow and steady. What do I want? What do I want to manifest? What path do I want to take here? You know, everything's out in the open now. Okay, everything's out in the open. The moon is shining down on everything, and it's showing me a different path. And I need to come up out of all the emotion, because they live in water. And, you know, he's coming up out of the little pond to dry land. And he's like, you know what? There's something better for me over there. I know I'm a lobster, but I still need to get to the other side, whether there's water or not, because I know there's something better. Maybe there's another bit of water over there I can get to. It's that type of thing, just knowing that there's something better out there for you, Cancer. Okay, this isn't it. So that is your reading. I'm going to get you a Gypsy Witch card because these are normally used in a different way, but you know, they've been a little predictive. They've been a little, you know, a bit of a heads up. There's been some advice and guidance with them. So this one here flipped my back finger. It is the Eight of Swords. Okay, the Eight of, I'm so used to doing tarot now that spades, the Eight of Spades or the Eight of Swords. So maybe the number 8 is important to you, or the number 32, or the number 5. Ooh, I like that. The mountains nearby indicate the presence of a mighty enemy. I feel like that's back here, right? You need to step away from the mountains and to go in a different direction on a new path. This mountainous path here, peaks, valleys, climbing the mountain, not quite getting to the top and then, maybe sliding back down just isn't working for you. You're running into too much conflict here, okay? Call it an enemy if you want. You need to get down off the mountain and or to come up out of the water, and you need to start taking a different path. That is where you're going to find your success and your abundance again. I feel like that's where you will get back maybe everything that you've lost over here, Cancer. Okay, thank you very much for being here. Remember, you can watch for your sun, moon, rising. Check out some of the other signs. And if not, I will see you in your next reading.